Hi guys, Mike and Nath back at it again. Would be game two between Zoun and Maru. Uh, Previously, Maru won the previous game, if I'm not mistaken. Or is
Yes,
this
yes. Yep, let me, thank you for the reminder. I will change that. There you go.
there it is. Yeah, there it is. So, uh, I think
Game one,
from
what were
what
your reflections? What was your takeaway from game one, from what you saw?
I my impression was that I do think that there are some key points in which Zoun should have um, basically sat on a victory and just powered up behind it. I want to say but
Hmm.
I do feel that like there's some points in which he traded and really held off Maru quite well. Unfortunately, after Maru's offense that he deflected, he chased, and I feel that that's where he traded negatively after that.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely agree with what you just said there, for sure.
so I would like to see a little bit of more of a tempered aggression. I admire the confidence that Zan had. Do not get me wrong. I do have that confidence thing, but I would like to see a more
Yeah.
tempered. I
Just
would like
had
to see
that
a more tempered
ruthless,
aggression.
like, intent in his body. He killed the army. He was going in, but he didn't realize, how much Maru actually still had left at home. So,
I do
looks
think that I do think that he was correct that like he did smell a bit of blood, but it was more of a paper cut as opposed to a gaping wound
yeah.
that he must have
There
thought.
was no big axe wound. It was
Yeah,
purely
he
a
was
paper cut. I like that.
exactly, exactly. So it's like I think he's I admire that confidence, like I said, but maybe temper that aggression just a little bit. But I would want to
So
see.
it looks like we started out this game with a little bit. I like what he's done here, Maru, with a little what's the word? Proxy rack. Sorry, had a bit of a brain fart there, and that was purely just a mind game with Zoun. Honestly, like when you scout as a Protoss against Terran, and you see just one starport here with no barracks, you kind of have to look around in the main to see if he's just put it here or you eventually saw him look around in the natural, and then you looked here and found it, and obviously here he's lifting it back up. But that's purely just a mind game with Zoun and just make him worry about something that's not actually happening.
Zoun having scouted that, what would he be thinking right now? As in,
Well, it could. This just looks like a standard game. He's probably not seen the factory, but I would assume, seeing as he found that proxy, he would just go with his normal opening that he's normally got. I mean, he does get this Reaper in, and he gets it out with how much health? I can't see. Wow. He had 3 HP, sorry. Yeah, no, he's just going to do his normal build, like get up, saturate his bases, maybe get a couple gateways or tech up to, maybe some Colossus or some Immortals. But it wouldn't have changed too much because he did see the barracks here. So yeah, he would have known that it wasn't like a proper proxy where he's got. If he did it over here and he's got proxy racks here, this Reaper's going to arrive so quickly. But yeah, he found it there, so nothing to worry about for him.
I would like to see a little bit more assertiveness for Zoun when it comes to like a build path, though, because
Mm.
how that end game shaped up for the previous game was that after all that offense, I do think that he might have overcommitted to making too many zealots, but then he made both. He ended up having a Stargate, a Templar archive, and a robotics bay,
Mm.
and but still basically sat on tier 1 units, being stalkers and zealots.
Yeah.
And I would say that maybe I would like to see a little bit more assertiveness in terms of like what tech path that he would go.
Yeah, definitely. He had a lot of options that last game, but he just wasn't in a position to really like utilize them all. It was
Absolutely, yeah.
I kind of think he played a bit greedy to tech up that quickly, and then Maru came at him and was like, yeah, you're not going to be able to use that stuff yet. And he had all the buildings, but he didn't have them, the time to use them. So another good scout here. Like this is just going to stop any stop any probes from dying. He does see the saturation in the main, and he also sees the Twilight Council researching.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you can see how many stalkers there are, so it doesn't take a Bill Gates per IQ to know what this is going to be. He knows he's blink stalkers, so yeah. Getting his racks up. What's that? Starport? Yeah. And that's probably a reactor, so he's going to swap those off. Go into bio and make some medevacs with his bio. Safety bunker at the front, always like this. I mean, you can never underestimate Protoss with Blink Stalker, man. If you're in ranked and you know Blink Stalkers is coming, as soon as you find out, build a bunker. Especially this is a nice map because there's a ramp, so yeah, it's high ground vision. But just build a bunker to be safe. That's the worst thing is dying to like 5 or 6 Blink Stalkers in front of your main because you can't catch them up and they're just kiting your units away. So
Stalkers down the ramp now. Them coming up soon.
He is getting a
Combat
third
shields
base on the
and
back of this.
combat shields and +1 attack being researched at the same time. Although it won't be in time for this incoming Blinkstalker harass. I want to say Stim will be in time. I think. Blinkstalker done. Stim 10 seconds. I'm more than confident he'd be able to just
Hold this off, right?
hold this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's doing his lovely little play again. I mean, proxy pylon, well, a pylon on the map's pretty much a given for Protoss. If you don't do that, then you're not really utilizing that race as best as you possibly could. The observer here is just having a little look, see if he can blink up into the main. But this looks like a lot.
Yeah, this is a lot, definitely.
Yeah. Nice blink to stop the lock on. Gonna kite the Marines. Easy stuff. Nice kills the Cyclone.
Nice snipe. Nice snipe on the Cyclone there. Very good handles on the Blinkstalkers, to be completely honest.
Yeah, good little bit of micro there. This is really painful for the Terran. Because he really wants to be on the other side of the map, like getting damage done, rather than losing his army.
That Stalker just in time. Doesn't have the concussive shells, I think, for Marauders yet to slow down these Stalkers.
But yeah. A lot of Stalkers though. Like, I don't think he's going to have enough here. He's going for it. Colossus comes out, yeah, and that's, yeah, he backs out straight away there.
Plus the Colossus sees what tech he has, and this is not. Yep.
He's trading out. Okay. Not bad though, look at that, really. I mean, no, that blue, this is different. Blue is Protoss this game, Nathan. Blue Protoss, red Terran. Much better for the Protoss. I mean, look, 5 units lost. But that's what the power of Blinkstalkers, man. He lost like, what, 6 units just on the way to Zoun's base.
Absolutely.
So he's the third, must know about this. Let's have a look at the production, what they're taking into. Charge lots for Zoun and, you know, extended thermal lance. Really good upgrade against Bio. 3 more gateways just to pump out more gateway units.
Drop coming in. Let's see if Zoun will be ready for this.
He scanned and didn't like what he saw, so he backed out.
Absolutely.
He was like, nope,
absolutely.
I'm going home.
So that the army was still hanging about. Definitely those Colossi, being able to just... The threat of those Colossi, just especially 2. If you have 2 Colossi and, like, you know, if the angles are like when it comes to lasers, it does one shot. Like any bio, basically. It's really important.
You see these Widow Mines again. Really getting up the forge. Yeah, Maru's going into Vikings now because he knows that he's going to have to deal with the Colossus fairly soon. These run-bys are so annoying to deal with as well. Like, look how much damage they've done to this CC though. Like, it's nearly built and it's basically on below 10% health. Pretty crazy. And again, in the mineral line here, 5 SCVs gone down, 6 gone down, 7, you know. It's quite a big worker disadvantage that Maru's currently working on.
I love this offense though. It's very much like splitting his attention in multiple ways.
Exactly.
And he has to worry about that big army at the front, but he's not a single moment so far in terms of this offense, where at least small moments in time in which he's been able to just relax, and there's always offense.
You should find this warp in. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I mean, seeing this, he's going to push up on the 3rd base now, right?
Oh, there's a Widow Mine in terms of that army. He got it as well. Not the best connection, but...
Missile turret's killed. He's only just got this foot, like, 3rd base not even saturated yet, and then you have Zoun, meanwhile, getting his 4th, and his 3rd is fully saturated. No gas, but he doesn't need it yet.
I would say that right now, Maru is definitely working with a time limit. Maru is on a strict time.
Yeah, he definitely is. And there's a big drop coming in with Zealots. This is going to do so much damage. There's no turrets here. Like, these SCVs are in for a bad moment coming up here. Oh no. Here it comes. Won't be surprised to see this army move out as well to try and distract.
He's definitely attacking from the front.
Like what Maru's building.
Here comes the drop and the attack at the front at the same time. He's definitely trying to split his attention.
Oh my god, so many Zealots in the main base. Like, what do you do as a Terran here? Oh, and he's going to lose his fucking... His EMP is going... Oh no, this is bad. Like, he really needs EMP against that army of Zoun.
losing that EMP is massive.
Yeah. Like, it's just it's really hard for Terrans to deal with the warp prison, but it's such a good play from Zoun, honestly. Like, this is what you need to do. And now he's moving in on the front, killing a ghost for free. This looks like GG to me, honestly.
This is looking a bit
looking rough
for Maru.
Where's his Vikings? How many Vikings does he have? Units? He has 7 Vikings. Okay, can one-shot these Colossus, though. So it does...
Oh, the Conference just moved to the high ground, okay.
Oh, getting flanked by Zealots. Ah, yeah, that's an oof. Yeah, you got GG out this, my guy.
Yeah, I will be surprised if he does not.
Oh, and decent disruptor hit there as well.
Flank, though. Vikings from the flank, definitely.
Yeah, oh my god. We did speak about these 7 Vikings doing work here. Killed all the Colossus. But you've got to deal with how many disruptors? Oh, 6.
I would say that, you know, Zoun definitely has the better economy to recover from that. I would say he's on 4 bases, and Maru has definitely been kept.
He's been kept on 3 bases, hasn't he? He's not been able to expand. He's got to pull the boys. Oh my god, I feel sorry for these SCVs. Oh. No. Yeah, you got a GG out of that, man.
There it is.
Oh my god, that SCV fucking... I mean, that was decisive there, really, wasn't it? I mean, he definitely learned from the last game. He got ahead, and he didn't do anything stupid after that. He just, like you said, but like you wanted him to do. He got ahead, powered up, moved out with Protoss Death Ball, and then that was pretty much it, really. 3 base against 4 base, and Harry's got, like, what, 2 ghosts to EMP that entire army, so not much you couldn't do there. So we'll head on 3rd game.